Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, Mom. I know it's been a while since I've called. since January, I think. I'm sorry I haven't picked up any of your calls or replied to any of your texts. I'm sorry for the pills. I know you found them. I don't know how to word this. I'm sorry I'm not the son you wanted. I did something real stupid, Mama. I hurt someone in a bad way, and I don't know what to do. I love you, Mama.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. Then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? And where's the fire, what's the hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many...
Hey everybody, it's me! LegMilk, coming to you from an undisclosed location. Don't look into it, you won't find me. And, it's been a long time, hasn't it? But you know what's even longer than that? My penis. Now that that's out of the way, let's play some Baldurs Gate 3. Welcome back to Baldurs Gate 3, everybody. In the 7 months, Jesus Christ, since I last played this game, it has added a lot. From mods to new endings and even more hot, sweaty, gay sex. So, with a boatload of new mods installed and oh my god, what happened to you, Spongebob? Jesus Christ, for those unaware, this is my boy Spongebob. Or, at least he used to be. I don't know what happened to him in those 7 months I was gone. He looks crusty. I'm honestly too scared to ask. He has a habit of killing kids and replacing other men's cum with his own. I'm horrified thinking about what he did in the 7 months without me. Here, come on, let's go get you cleaned up, bud. Oh, magic mirror, who's the biggest bitch of them all? Ooh. Oh my god, look at my boy Bob. With all these new mods, he's looking exactly the same. I didn't change a single thing about him. Screw you, Bob is perfect. After cleaning Bob up, we decided to rest. But as soon as the night came, Carlac woke me up to confess how much she wanted to fuck SpongeBob. However, being loyal to Lae'zel, I tried scaring her off by telling her all of the Destiny 2 lore. It didn't work, she only got more horny.
Gods, I want to ride you till you see stars.
We settled for just a kiss and went right back to bed. You know, I don't understand why so many people want to fuck SpongeBob. But whatever, I'm not one to judge kinks. We all have our own. For me personally, one of my biggest kinks is causing mass terrorism. For example, fireball! Fuck, that was so hot. After reloading a save, I decided to finally head to the Goblin Camp. However, on the way there, I found a cool looking well. And like any sane man, I dived right into it, like P. Diddy did into Meek Mill's asshole. And oh my god, is that a fucking spider? Alright, no, fuck this, fuck you, I fucking hate spiders. Fuck you, Larian Studios, you damn Belgium bitches. Fireball! Yeah, that's what you deserve, yeah. If you can't tell, I really hate spiders. I'm not scared of them, but I will scream like a twink if one is near me. Following my mass genocide of the spiders, we climbed back out of the cave and started again, heading towards the Goblin Camp. At the Goblin Camp, I used my scary black magic to replace this goblin's asshole with his sister's, and then went right by him to go drink with his now fine-assed sister. Don't judge me, I like man, butt, and pussy. Ah, motherfucker, ah! Fuck! I'm sorry, Donald Trump. I'm sorry. I won't be gay anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is why I voted for Harambe. I want to fuck that monkey. I'm sorry. That wasn't necessary. After surviving that aneurysm, we ran right into the goblin camp. Now, for any of you cumless freaks that haven't watched any of my previous Baldurs Gate videos, I side with the goblins. I fucking love goblins. I mean, come on. Look at the goblins, and now look at Spongebob. They look the same. They're kin. And I'm not one to let down my people. That's a promise. I promise everything to these stupid goblins. Except for when they're a cunt like this guy. I made him lick my toes and then shoved him to death. He deserved it. He was the wrong shade of green. In the wake of that murder, we decided to flee back to camp for the night. At camp, the RFK junior brainworms infecting us started to make us feel sick. This is the first stage of a process known as seromorphosis. By the final stage, we'll become mind flayers, these Squidward-looking motherfuckers. At camp, the hot, scary green woman started holding a knife to my throat because of this seromorphosis process. I was successfully able to gaslight her into thinking it was just a fever, and afterwards went right to bed. But something strange happened. I awoke in a strange but beautiful land, and oh my god, I completely forgot I made Patrick the Guardian. Look, it was 9 months ago, okay? I forgot, don't judge me. In this strange land, Patrick revealed he's the reason we haven't turned into mind flayers yet. And he's the reason we survived the Nautiloid crash in the very beginning. He's the reason we made it this far, and he wants our help. But first, we need to embrace our potential. Honestly, it sounded like some anime weeb shit, so I told him his daddy should have nutted him in his sock, and he sent me back to the land of the living. Worth it!
Wake now.
Back in the land of the living, we finally decided to head inside the goblin den. Inside, we found a milfed-up goblin who wanted to brand me. It sounded hot, so I let her. And then she invited me back to her room. Sounded even more hot, so I followed her. In her room, she handed me a drink. Thinking we're about to get turned on some lean and watch some Vine compilations, I downed it like it was nothing, and oh, she's gonna Bill Cosby me. God damn it. Hours later, I awoke in chains, and my asshole seemingly wasn't expanded. I've honestly woken up in worse ways than this. The milfed-up goblin had imprisoned me. She saw me as a monster because of the parasite in my brain. She saw me as a threat to her people. I wasn't one of them. I never was. And they never wanted me. I'm just a creature to them. They locked me in chains even though I promised everything to them. Alright, time to go on a revenge-fueled murder quest against the goblins.
Fireball!
Oh, I love mods. After making my escape, I found my posse of idiots again, and we now had a new goal. Slaughter every fucking goblin. But first, we need to start with their leaders. On our way to find the leaders, we found a prisoner being tortured. He probably deserved it though. He looks like a loser who would say her body, my choice. I crushed his balls with the end of a spear. Please, Lord, please. If you're real, have this happen to Nick Fuentes, please. He deserves the American History X shower treatment, please. After torturing the man, I found another prisoner of the goblins, a bard named Volo. I set him free and sent him to my camp. You see, SpongeBob doesn't like competition in regards to being a bard. So we're gonna have a bard off at camp, and if he's better than Bob, he's getting the fireball treatment. At camp, before the bard off could even start, Volo mentioned that he might have a cure for our brainworms. So we called off the competition and I let him work his magic. Apparently, he has fucking none though, and accidentally ripped out my goddamn eye. Oh, you're definitely getting the fireball treatment now. No, oh. Never mind, he's gone. Whatever, he gave me a new eye that lets me see invisible people, so it's cool, I guess. Following that failed procedure, we returned to the goblin camp and found the first of the two goblin leaders, Minthara. Minthara is what the kids nowadays call a Dami Mommy. I don't understand what either of those words mean, if I'm being honest. So, moving on. I killed Minthara and stripped her naked. Don't judge me, you've done worse. After killing Minty Minth, we found Dror Ragzlin, the second of the two goblin leaders. You know, I don't understand why none of these goblin leaders weren't actual goblins. Feels wrong, but at the same time, people under 5'4" don't deserve basic human respect. Oh shit, he has a throne! Oh, that's so cool. I want a throne. I want your throne. Everybody jump his ass.
They jumping me! They jumping me!
After slaughtering Jor Ragzlin and every goblin within a 10-mile radius, we found our way into another cellar. Inside, a random bear they, for some reason, had locked up bursted out of his cell and aided us in our slaughter. Afterwards, the bear turned into a giant man. You know, this really throws a bone in that who'd you rather be alone in a forest with all those TikTok chicks were talking about a while back. Who would you rather be in a forest with? A man, a bear, or a bear who turns into a ripped horny cult leader?
The bear. Definitely the bear.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is Halzen, the leader of the Grove and a man who likes to get down as a bear. Not in the gay way. I mean, he literally likes going down on people as a bear. You know, honestly, I really hate, but also love that this cutscene is real. I really do. Following us saving Halzen, and right before we face our final wave of goblins, we return to camp. While there, Shadowheart invited Bob out for a drink alone. God damn it, he's gonna get Bill Cosby again, isn't he? Oh, never mind. You know, again, I don't understand what's so appealing about this spongy fuck. He doesn't think kids are real. Actually, bisexual women don't either. This makes sense. Leaving the goblin camp, we faced our toughest battle yet. A horde of 5'3" drunk goblins. It was like fighting 100 middle school children, except we have the power of fire and bisexual women on our side, so we made short work of them. After looting the corpses, we returned to the Grove, where we were hailed as heroes. Everybody was thanking us. Mothers, fathers, children, the sick and the old. They looked at us like we're their saviors. Mind you, we're none of those things. We're a pack of horny gay degenerates with the same brainworms as RFK Jr. These people are fucked if they need us again. But they do serve good liquor, so we let them have a party at our camp. The party was amazing! Kaga got murdered, Lae'zel talked about licking Bob's smelly sweat, and we all collectively slept in a puddle of everyone's piss. It was a good day today. Once awake, the party spoke to Halzen, who informed us on everything he knew about the brainworms. He informed us that the biggest lead he had on a possible cure was located at Moonrise Tower in the Shadow Cursed Lands. However, Lae'zel piped in with another idea.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki crash remains our priority.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, let's go do that real quick. But before we could do that, I had a meeting with all the boys in the camp. It was time for a mandatory group penis inspection, where I learned a very unfortunate truth. SpongeBob was the only one here who was circumcised. We can't trust these dick-cheesed bastards, Bob.
Fireball!
After asserting his dominance over the sleeved bastards, SpongeBob and his myriad of bitches set forth on their journey towards the Githyanki creche. On our way there, we ran across a bunch of Githyanki from said creche. Lae'zel wanted to speak to them, but being the misogynist I am, I spoke for her and refused to let her open her dirty snout. Now, the Githyanki culture is built on intimidation, toughness, and the ability to kill. So I threatened to give them all real noses full of my own cum. They fucked right off without helping us. Yeah, I probably should have handled that better. Oh hey look, an old woman! Now for those of you unaware, I despise the elderly and I don't respect their kind. Lae'zel, get her! Oh, I'm so glad that worked this time. Following the granny slaughter, we made our way into the Githyanki creche. Inside the creche, we came across probably the most frightening realization in the entire game.
Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Shit. I haven't slept.
Yeah, I had school in 4 hours and I hadn't slept at all. Don't worry though, I ended up falling asleep on a filing cabinet in one of the storage rooms. Don't ask me how I got a key, that's none of your concern. Wandering around the creche, we eventually found the doctor. She was gonna use this scary-ass device to rip the tadpoles right from our brains. Now, kids watching at home, do you think this is gonna work? Do you think this scary-ass device is gonna work? For no, post A in the comments below. If you think yes, well, kill your... Yeah, shortly after this, the doctor scurried away. Hey guys, why is the door locked? Yeah, I'll just break it. 1 second. Oh, that's why that was locked. Fireball! After reviving my stupid ass, we now made our way into the Githyanki commander's room, certain that the doctor was a traitor to their people. Well, Lae'zel was. We were just tagging along for the ride. Inside the commander's room, we were attacked because of the artifact that Lae'zel holds. Oh yeah, by the way, Shadowheart has this relic that causes us to not hear the Absolute's voice or the Mind Flayer's voices or whatever. She stole it from the Githyanki people and they really badly want it back. I probably should have mentioned that beforehand, but I just assumed all you fatherless losers knew that up until now. Alright, cool, lesson over. Back in the commander's room, oh my god! Jesus, that was quick. I guess at this point we just go as deep as possible into this Githyanki Kresh femboy hole. Deeper in, we found a Githyanki Inquisitor, and he was also demanding for the artifact. So, just like before, we slaughtered him. Which seemingly caught the attention of Vlaakith, the Githyanki Queen and their god. She wanted us to go inside the artifact Shadowheart carries and murder the person inside. We agree reluctantly and hopped right into the artifact. Inside, we found a familiar sight. It was the same place I met Patrick in my dream. Patrick was the person inside Vlaakith wanted us to kill. SpongeBob entered in alone, not knowing if this will be the last time he ever sees his friend again. Patrick pleads with SpongeBob, reminding him of everything he's done for him. How much he's protected SpongeBob from. That Vlaakith is a liar, not to be trusted. Patrick then draws his sword and kneels, waiting for Bob's final decision, seemingly accepting whatever fate he's dealt. SpongeBob doesn't even touch the sword. But not because he believes Patrick or even trusts him. He just wants the truth about everything. Patrick tells what he can. Vlaakith isn't a real god, and has no idea how to take down the Mind Flayer Empire. If they ever were to rise again, she'd be powerless to stop them. Vlaakith has lied to her people for hundreds upon hundreds of years, and with the Empire rising again, they'll be doomed. Armed with this knowledge, we left the astral plane, with Lae'zel only a little bit heartbroken about her queen.
I followed your path. What good? This heart of stone, for it to be shattered. She tests me. A trial of faith. Kalir prepared me.
Oh, never mind, she's delusional. Alright, let's go. Fireball! After slaughtering all the Githyanki in the Kresh, SpongeBob came across an abandoned Gith egg. It was warm, and SpongeBob felt weirdly drawn to it. Now, Bob doesn't think kids are real. He believes they're illusions made up by his brain to trick him into being empathetic. But this felt real. So Bob stole the child and stored the fetus egg up his ass to keep it warm. Bob's gonna be an amazing father someday, probably, hopefully. You know what, Bob? You've earned that hot, sweaty gay sex with Will. You have. Enjoy it, bud. Enjoy it. Well, I think that's my time, everybody. It's time for me to go, and I really do promise it won't be for so long this time. If you liked the video, like it. If you hated it, assault my closest relatives. Here's all their addresses. And remember, leg-flavored milk is amazing. I swear.